Make sure y'all sharing this live. What's going on? You already know what time it is. I'm so excited. It's going to be the beginning of something beautiful. So you already know it's the Royal Couch Presents, and we got another after show. And we coming all the way from back home to New York City. It's going to come up New York City Season 2 with executive producer Karon is going to be here, and I'm excited to talk to him. It's going to be exciting. We're going to talk about the trailer. We're going to talk about the sneak peeks he got out and the upcoming cast that's about to hit. Yo, this is all I hear in the blogs. This is all I hear everywhere. Everyone's talking about this show. It's got a lit cast. I'm so excited that and honored and privileged that he would let me be his official after show review. So I can't wait to get into it. Tanya, yes, we will be at the reunion next Sunday. Let's get into it. I do want you guys to know that this show is sponsored by Dig the Kicks. This is their hat right here. 80 from Love and Hip Hop owns that brand. Dig the Kicks does sponsor us, and if you go to their website, Dig the Kicks, DTK.com, and once you go shopping, when you get to the end, make sure you type promo code and you type in Royal. If you type in Royal, you get 15% off on us. So make sure y'all go to there. They got hats, they got shirts, pants, jogging suits. I mean, it's all comfortable. It's dope. If you watch any of the other episodes, you'll see we got hoodies. We got it all. It's lit. So make sure y'all go check them out. We also are sponsored by Swag Nation Magazine, the #1 independent magazine in the nation. So make sure y'all go check them out. And make sure y'all go check out our future that's coming out soon. The cover that, you know, your boy, me, and my co-host for our show on Wednesday nights, Key, will be a part of. So make sure y'all go into that. We also teamed up, me and Swag Nation Magazine teamed up to bring you I Spits. Now, this is going to all my rappers, my MCs, my lyricists out there that got some bars. I need you guys to come and hit my inbox up. So what's going on is it's going to be the first live online cipher ever. It's never been done before. We never had this. It's going to be the first live online cipher. So people from all over the world is going to be on here rapping. I'm looking for my first champ. So is it going to be a champ or a dub? We're going to have a champion come up. He's going to rap, and we're going to see if someone can take his title. The longest reigning champ is going to be have an exclusive spotlight in Swag Nation Magazine. Now remember, guys, this is the #1 independent magazine, artist magazine in the nation. So you're going to be viewed by everyone. Your exposure is going to be phenomenal. Your feedback is going to be phenomenal. So this is a great opportunity for all my rappers, my up and coming rappers, lyricists. Please hit me up. Make sure you're sending me those freestyles. Boom. So let's get into it. I'm excited. I'm so excited. And I want to see, we got Karon if he's ready, which he is. And we're going to get I got my notes. I got it all. We're gonna be good. So right now we adding Karon, she executive producer of the Come Up NYC. Waiting for him to come up here so we can get into some business. Thank you guys for my subscribers, for my supporters, for all the love that you guys continuously and effortlessly show me every week. We give you so many shows all the time. We got so many reviews that we do on top of our own show. So I'm just excited to that you guys will embark on this journey with me. Let's see. Let me prove his. It's not letting me. Let's see. Not to let us be great, but we're gonna be great anyway. Karon, is your phone landscape? I need your phone to be landscape. So if your phone was like this, I need it to be like this. Thank you guys for watching. We got Karon on the line that's about to come up. We're going to talk about this show coming out. It's the most anticipated show on the web right now. So we're excited to have him. Let's see if he is available now. He was just available, so I don't know what's going on. Karon, make sure you have to come into the live with your phone landscape. Okay, yo, so you should be available now.
Hello? What's going on? I look so crazy. Oh my god. Okay. Oh, it's good. It's good.
It's live.
That's what we're live. Okay, there we go. Can you hear me like on real time?
I can hear you.
Can you hear me? Yeah, I can hear you. Okay, good.
Okay,
good.
Thank you for coming out to my platform.
No problem.
I know you are super busy.
Yeah.
And stuff like that. So I appreciate it. So we started letting you know what your social media is and where they can find you and the show.
You can find me on Instagram at The Real Karon. The way you spell it is Karon. You can follow me on Snapchat at Mr. Gemini. The E is a 3, so it's like Mr. Gemini. And Facebook at Karon Wilson.
Okay, cool. And the show is found where? I'm sorry? The show. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you a little bit. It's like I hear some feedback. I can hear you. I think I can hear you now.
Okay, so let's get into it. So this is the Come Up NYC Season 2.
Yeah.
So refer to everyone and let's go into season 1 a little bit and the success of that and what's that like?
So I had an idea and I was like, I wanted to do a show about people who are either popular on the internet, and I wanted to take them off of what they show on social media and show behind the scenes of like their life. You know what I'm saying? So it's like people who are YouTubers, models, actors, entrepreneurs, hairstylists, whatever their profession is, I take them and I show you what's deeper, like what goes into the business, what goes into their personal life, how they interact with each other when they're all around each other. So it's definitely like a roller coaster. Season 1 was more, I would say, ratchet, because I didn't really know the direction I was going with the show, but season 2 is a whole different ballgame.
You hear that noise too?
Yeah, I hear it.
Something good.
Let me see. Better if I put my headphones in, maybe?
You gonna try to put headphones in?
Yeah. I'll put one of them in so I can see. Maybe I might fix it. Hello. Hello, can you hear
Hello,
me?
can you hear me?
Um, yeah, I can hear you. It's just for say something now.
Can you, is it still echoing for you?
No, it's not. I can hear you now.
No, I can hear you as well.
Okay, good. There we go.
Okay, good. Okay, um, so the success of the come up season one, you know, you got these groups of people together, and what was that outside of that like? Was the situation overwhelming? Was it like, did you have to do a season two? Like, how did that come about?
Um, it definitely was overwhelming because I don't live in New York, so I had to travel back and forth to New York for like 2.5 months, 3 months.
Right.
And it definitely was stressful, but I thought about the bigger picture and I was like, this is a new project. It might take you to a new level. So like, get in there and make it happen. And plus like I want to expand my brand and so I want to work on a whole bunch of different projects. So I thought that this would definitely be one to show more of a positive light because when I did Bad Boys Club, yeah, it was popular, but at the same time, it was like a really negative show.
Right.
And so I was like, I don't want to be known as the person who did that show. I don't want to be known as the person who just puts out negative content. So I was like, let me flip it and give us a better.
So I'm glad that you touched on Bad Boys Club because I did want to touch on Bad Boys Club a little bit.
Okay.
Going back on Bad Boys Club, so is that something that you regret or is that something that you appreciate because it did kind of jump you out there to be able to bring out a project like this, right?
Yeah, no, I don't regret it. I mean, there's some things that I definitely wish I did different, but as far as regretting it, no, because it opened up so many doors for me to do like a whole bunch of different things and work with different people and it definitely got my name out there. Like a lot of people still know me just from that show and I want to change it, but I don't regret it at all.
So what got you into getting into Bad Boys Club where you was like, okay, we need this going out here, because I know and everyone knows Bad Girls Club on Oxygen, but
Yeah.
what was it that you was like, oh, we have to have a Bad Boys Club?
So, I fell in love with filming when I was working with my brother. He like raps and like my cousins, they were rapping. So I took like the old iPhone and I was recording it or whatever. And I fell in love with the process of filming it, editing it. And so I was like, I want to work on a show that is like I want to work on a show. And so I began on working with my family on like a Keeping Up the Kardashians type of show. It didn't work out.
Okay.
And then me and my friends were brainstorming, and then we came up with the idea of Bad Boys Club, and we were like, no one really has done it before, so like I should do it. And so I began doing it, and then like the first season, it kind of like went viral, and so I was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna keep doing this until like I don't
Right,
know.
right, right, right. I can imagine. I can imagine. No, it was, I watched a couple, and I was just like, it was good, but it was cringe. Like, it was like,
Yeah,
ooh,
yeah.
like,
No,
you
I
know
feel
what
you.
I
I
mean?
feel you.
But I understand, and I would think that's why they really don't air or have such a Bad Boys Club like on TV or something like that now,
Right.
because getting some dudes in the same building, it's
It's
a
a
lot more
mess. Like it
difficult.
was
Yeah,
crazy. Yeah.
it's a mess. So getting back to this show now, so we fast forward, we get into season two.
Yeah.
So this cast.
Yep.
I feel like you have a great cast.
I
Now, I
agree.
followed a lot of these people before, the show, so this is why I can, validate that. So, what got you, and how did you pick this cast? How did you land on this cast?
So I told myself, I went out to Atlanta to do a season one of the Come Up Atlanta. That show did really good, and I changed the whole like storyline, plot, theme of the show. And so, I was like, it's not fair if I didn't come back to New York and give them the same opportunity that I gave Atlanta. I was like, but if I come back to New York, I need really dope people. I need the storylines to be there. Like I really want to push it. So, I posted something on my Instagram. A lot of people were auditioning to be on it. And I was picking through who I thought was cool, who I wanted back for this season. And, you know, with Aubrey, I've heard about Aubrey before. She's went viral plenty of times. And a lot of people were just like, she's going to be hard to get. Like, I don't think you're going to be able to get her. And I was like, no, I'm going to talk to her. So I spoke with her. She was so sweet. And she wanted to do it. And Andre Cavazia. I've known Andre Cavazia since I started working with Remy Ma like a long time ago, and he was so sweet. And it was just like a domino effect. It was kind of like, oh, who else can I get that's
Okay,
like,
name drop.
yeah, I was like, who else can
That,
I get like that's really
yeah.
dope? And so I reached out to Chrissy, and me and Chrissy had mutual friends, so we spoke, and it was just like a really dope, positive thing when it came to casting this time.
Yeah, you gotta, and I work with a lot of shows, and there's no shade to no show at all because I love every show and everybody, I love them for their own reasons. But I
Yeah,
can't say you have a dynamic cast, like
I
especially
agree.
for, like you have a dynamic cast, and you have, not to say that you're not there already, but you have the potential really for this show with this cast to really go somewhere
I
and
agree.
really
I
take
agree.
these to a level where I don't think any other reality show has gone. So,
Thank you.
shout out to you with that. So
Thank
let's
you.
get into it. We get into the trailer, right? So we have
Mm-hmm.
trailer and then we had 3 sneak peeks,
Yep.
right? I got it all down. I had to get my notes down, this, that,
I
and
know.
this.
I know that's right.
You bet. You know me? So in the trailer, it starts off with, with Ty. We
Yep.
get introduced to Ty a little bit. He kind of goes into, something that sticks out into what he talks about is like the mental health and the depression and stuff like that,
Yeah.
where that kind of gets us into a feel of it's going to kind of be deep with Ty.
Yeah.
Um, it also shines a light on Fitzgerald, who is a singer, former stylist,
Yep.
Aubrey, right, who's a
Yeah.
YouTuber, a viral sensation, Chrissy,
Mhm.
who is another viral sensation,
Yeah.
O'Neal, who was in the Bad Boys Club,
Yeah.
right, and he has the eyelash blue, and then we have Spanky. So that's who we saw in just the trailer part, which I know we have other subcast members. So is
Yeah.
that your main cast?
Um, you know what's so crazy about it? It's like this is the most I've ever worked with. There's 10 cast members, so it's a lot of people. But at the same time, each one of their storylines is so good that it's like it makes sense. As far as main cast members go, definitely the cast members who have the most following and who are larger than life on social media, they definitely are going to be pushed to the forefront because of their following and what they do and everything like that. But I think each person has their own like moment in the season, and it kind of switches. Like in the beginning, it might be like focused on like these group of people, and then in the middle, it
Right.
might shift a little bit. So I definitely think everybody gets their fair share for sure.
Right. So in that trailer, it shows, we get a little bit of the artist. That's what, one, two, three, four, 6 of them.
Hmm.
And then it gets into a little bit of drama. Of course, you have to feed people in and
Yeah.
grab people's attention with the drama. And then that kind of gives that. It's about a 6-minute trailer, which I thought it was very exciting. It pulled me in. It makes you want to do. Now, before I go on into the sneak peeks, I want to ask you, as a fan now, not as somebody interviewing you, as a
Okay.
fan, what am I watching that I didn't see in season 1?
Oh, so much is going on this season than season one. We're dealing with Aubrey's the first person I've ever had on the show that's transgendered. So that's a big thing for me, her, anyone who's watching, who's been
And
following the
that's a lot of
platform.
shows, period.
Yeah, like it's really different. So she's going through her transition on the show. She's in New York Fashion Week, which is I've never been to New York Fashion Week, but that's a big deal. Chrissy's dealing with someone who he thinks is using him for his, the fame, the attention. So we have that. We have Ty dealing with mental depression, Andre with his hairline, O'Neill with his eyelashes. And then there are
Yeah.
people who have history that wasn't on season one that are clashing this season because of their past history. So it's like this season, you're definitely getting a way deeper look into everyone's life. You're getting, you're gonna get the fun, you're gonna get the sad, you're gonna get the drama. Spanky comes out to his mother this season, which was
Right,
a
right. That looks like
yeah, that was a huge thing that I wanted to put in the show. He was really nervous, but we did it, and it was really beautiful to see.
and you know what? It came off genuine too. So, it's very believable.
Yeah,
And it doesn't it usually in stuff like that, and especially, and I don't like to say nothing because I'm a big fan of web series, but usually in that web series world, it kind of like feels forced a lot of times when you get
Yeah.
into those deep moments like that, you know. But it felt very genuine in just the sneak peek that we saw. So
Yeah.
you know, kudos to that, and you know that's something that we all need to see as you know a community because we all go through that moment.
I
You know what
agree.
I'm saying? Some point, you know, at some point or another, whatever. So you know, we get into the first sneak peek, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it opens up at Chrissy's music video release party,
Yeah.
right? And it's called Group Event Mayhem. So we have Chance, we have Chance, Fitz, we got Spanky, we got Montreal,
Montel,
um,
yeah.
Montel, all in this location. And as I see, you know, Chance is kind of talking about a situation with Montel. Now, could we elaborate a little bit more on what I was seeing at that point? Because I know you can't talk too much. It was a sneak peek, but it kind of
Mm-hmm.
threw us into something that we wasn't really there for. So, what were we really watching at that particular moment?
So, oh shoot, I just shared it on the thing. Now I know how to work. I'm sorry, I haven't been on Facebook in a
No,
minute.
you're fine.
So it's definitely, so Chrissy's having his music video event, and he invites the whole cast to come out. Now everyone's gonna watch the music video, mix and mingle with each other. This is the first time everyone's really getting together, so it's a
Okay, so
lot.
this is everybody's first encounter.
Everyone's first encounter, so it's a lot going on. You know what I'm saying? Now Montel and Chance, they have history with each other. That didn't go really good. It was this whole situation where like mothers got involved. It was crazy. O'Neal and Raekwon, they had like some history with each other from season one to now,
Right.
and it was just a situation where literally we were filming for like I would say 5 6 hours straight, and it was so much that went on that it was like when you see the episode, like I think two things had to been cut out because like I don't know how to explain it, but it was so much that went on. But I didn't want to give everything away. I just wanted to show like just a little bit of what happened. But everyone got together. They came to support. You know, shit definitely hit the fan. But at the end of everything happening, you know, they regrouped with each other. Apologies were made, and then they watched the video. Some
Okay,
people made
so
up, some people didn't. Like I don't want to
some
give it away,
people,
but yeah,
well, because you know, we got O'Neal walks in,
yeah,
right, in the midst of all of that. And shortly after O'Neal walks in, we have Raekwon walks in,
yeah,
right? And O'Neal kind of shades him a little bit about the basketball shorts and stuff like that, like, where are you going?
yeah.
And, you know, then walks out because he doesn't want to, you know, cause any drama. Then we get to the outside scene where Raekwon, you know, follows him and kind of sheds a little bit of light where he's like, you know, why are you talking about me? You don't know me. So
Right.
is that something that we're gonna see more of?
Oh
Because I
yeah,
would
you
love to
guys,
see more.
the whole thing unfolds, outside and inside. It's just this situation where we had like four cameras rolling. Now, me personally, I was filming most of outside, so I didn't see what happened inside until I had to edit the episode. And then when I watched it, I was like, I did not know all of this happened inside like this. Like I didn't know
Right,
like
right, right.
everyone just kind of like everything just exploded as soon as he went inside. But yeah, the whole thing unfolds. Like there's not one moment that isn't recorded. Everything is recorded this season.
Okay, well, so let me tell you something. That when that sneak peek came out, I'm like, baby, the trailer was good, and I was like, okay, now, bitch, I have to really see, like, I have to know what's going on because I got to know these
Yeah.
characters. Because then, of course, we were introduced to Chance.
Yep.
You know, we were introduced to Spank. Oh no, we saw Spanky the last time. We were introduced to Montel,
Mm-hmm.
Raekwon.
Yep.
So, you know, these are new characters that we're being introduced to, which
Mm-hmm.
is a good thing. And so then that leads us to the second sneak peek, which is called Relationship Drama, where it's mainly about Aubrey,
Yeah.
right? Aubrey, she comes and that's when I guess she's coming out of Penn Station or something like that.
No, she actually was. She literally came from Miami because she had a consultation to get her
Also, that was
birthday.
the airport.
So that was the airport. Yeah, that was
Okay, so she just came out the
JFK
airport,
airport.
and that's when we meet Ant Dog.
Yep, Ant Doll.
Right? So that's we get to see him and whatever case may be. Now I do like this because Aubrey we kind of already know, everybody follows her. Everybody knows about her relationship with Jason and
Right.
stuff like that. We know that they
Yeah.
broke up and things like that. But I'm kind of excited that she did get on here and she's talking about it because it was like kind of snippets she was giving us, and I feel like we're gonna get more of what the tea is, and especially what I loved about it at the end, where she was just like, "Oh, and I'm trying to get my man back." You know what I mean? That kind of got me excited, like, "Ooh," because I want them together. Like, I love them together. You feel me? So
I wish I could say so much right now, but it's like I just have to. Everyone has to just watch it. But
but it's exciting that you say stuff like this because it gets the viewers excited for them
yeah,
to know what's about to come. You know what I'm saying? So there is more to the story with
there's
that. It's
so
not just
much more. Yeah,
conversation.
there's so much more to that storyline with her and Jason. I actually got to meet Jason, and he was super sweet. He was kind of quiet and reserved because it was like all the cameras and everything. He's just kind of like, but he's super sweet. We ran into each other at this event, and we were having a conversation. He's super sweet.
Yeah, they both seem super sweet.
Yeah,
Even just I view things a lot different than a lot of other people. And like even when she was just explaining how she met Aunt Doll,
hmm
stuff like that. I look at into your character that you're open and you're humble. That you're already a viral sensation, and you just end up shedding your feelings with somebody random on social media and stuff like
right.
that. You have to be a caring soul to even want to do that or even care to do that. So we kind of get into Aunt Doll's life a little bit, and we kind of find out here where they date. Him and Ty have relations, and they kind of have a breaking up too, because that's how him and Aubrey kind of
Related.
related.
Yeah. hmm
So, and he kind of stated that there was age difference and maturity issues with that.
Yeah.
Now, I don't want to get into the next, sneak peek just quite yet,
Uh.
but it clearly shows that it elaborates on it. But do we get to see another side of Aunt Doll and Ty, other than fighting?
Um. I think like near the end of the season, they have a serious conversation. I won't say that they're friends or that they're cordial with each other, but what I will say is that they definitely run into each other a few times this season. A lot of the time is really negative. Like they just cannot get along with each other. But I think right before the season ended, I think possibly it came to a place where they were able to sit down without screaming at each other.
Right, right, right.
Like I mean, they kind of do, but it's a
Well, it's
situation where
something there, and to have all
yeah,
that animosity, and to have all that. Wait, that's gonna get into the next one. I don't want to get into the next one just quite yet. So that was kind of cute and sweet. You gave us that little. You want to give people. It's not always drama. That's what
right.
that second sneak peek gave me. Like,
That's exactly
okay,
what it was. Yeah, I didn't want people to think like, why
it's
is
not
each
gonna
sneak
give
peek?
me all that. It's gonna give
Yeah,
me some depth to what I'm watching, not only
exactly.
whatever the case may be. So I did appreciate that.
Yes,
So
thank you.
then we get into sneak peek 3, which is I'm exposing you. Now,
Woo.
one thing I also noticed and I appreciate in sneak peek 3 is that you introduced to us your little theme intro,
Oh yeah, the
whatever, like the
introduction.
official, yeah,
Yeah.
the little official thing where the little pictures and the themes and stuff like that, which I
hmm
thought was really good job. So good job on that, and
Thank you.
that looked dope. So is that the official opening to every episode, or?
Yeah, it is. Unfortunately, we filmed that the last day of filming the show, so I'm gonna try and see if I can add the intro in the first 5 episodes because the first 5 episodes doesn't have it, but like from episode 6 on it does. So I'm gonna see if I can try to add that in the beginning. But yeah, that's the official intro. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Well, yeah, I took notice of that. I try to do my research.
Yeah.
No, but I really did appreciate that. But I like that you didn't do it in the trailer or the thing because it gave us something new to expect. It gave us something refreshing to see,
Yeah.
something exciting to look forward to. New content is always good,
One thing I can
especially
say is
from.
that a lot of stuff shown in the trailer isn't even half of what is in the season. So I made sure that I didn't want to give everything away. So it's like, I think from episode 6 up until probably like episode 13 or 15 is a whole new thing that you're gonna be like, yo, we did not see any of this in the trailer. Like, that's crazy.
I'm excited about the whole sidebar real quick, but I'm excited about the whole season in general. Only because I like to see there's a lot of shows with us winning now. You know what I'm saying? And the content of what you're trying to put out, especially coming after Bad Boys Club, and even despite the drama, like the mental health and
Hmm.
Aubrey and her relationships and the coming out to your mom. These are serious issues that we deal with on a day-to-day basis, as our community. So the fact that you're touching on things like that makes you more than just a producer, and it makes you an activist. It makes you
Thank
someone
you.
that's calling out to the people. So we need more stuff like that. But I also do understand that drama is what's going to bring the viewers.
That's
Let's
true.
be real.
That's true.
And we need the views in order for you to make the difference.
That's true.
So
That's true.
let's be real. So I'm not mad. So yeah. So after the intro, we get into they're in the I guess the park
Hmm.
or something. So we got Chance, Ant Doll, Ty, Fitz, um, and they're all
Danielle.
arguing. Well, they're not all arguing, but Ant Doll and Ty are arguing,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And the argument, from what I collected,
Hmm.
was basically Ty is accusing Ant Doll of sharing his dick pic with Montel and Raekwon,
Uh-huh.
and they're like scheming some type of plan to kind of humiliate him or something like that.
In a way, yeah. It's
That's
it's
kind
a
of the gist of what I got through the argument. I was really trying to listen. I rewinded and I was trying to go back. What he said, I
yeah,
was
no,
really trying
it's
to
it's
get.
a situation where Ty and Ant Dog definitely were in a relationship, or they were together, whatever they call it. And there was like when we started filming the show, a lot of stuff about Ty started coming out on Instagram, and no one knew who the page was. It was like a fan page, and so they were like
Mm,
releasing Ty's nudes. They were telling like a whole bunch of personal stuff, and Ty was like, "Well, who is out to get me? Who knows I'm on the show?" Because we never mentioned the show, like we never talked about the show. So the only people who knew about the show was the people who were in the show. Andal and Ty broke up. Ty left Andal to be with someone else, and Andal was really upset about that. So Ty put two and two together, like, okay, if I only sent you this picture of me and it comes out online and you're upset with me, then it has to be you, because no one else knew I was doing the
mm.
show. You know what I'm saying?
Let me tell you something. Let me find out Tierra Marie's on your show.
So
Hello.
then, I'm not saying that Andal did it, because in the season you'll see what happens with that. But definitely, it's a situation where they were both really hurt by the actions that were taking place from
Right, right, right.
Instagram. And
So I didn't know who to believe. One thing that kind of made me go to Ant Doll's a little side a little bit more was one comment, and was the comment. And I'm not biased. If you watch any of my shows, with all the others, I'm not biased, and I try to like everyone.
hmm
Try to not to show my favoritism. But
hmm
he said, "I don't know you." So that one comment kind of threw me through the whole everything else, like and stuff like that. That's just the type of person I am. Like, one thing you would say, it kind of throws everything else off of what you're saying. So it's just like, how don't you know me?
right,
But did we not date? Or like,
right,
so
right.
you know what I mean? So that made me question that, whatever. So it made me think like, okay, so maybe it wasn't. But then I don't know, because I thought Anthol really played it very well as far as being convincing, as far
hmm
as like, what? Like, what are you talking about? Like,
Yeah, no, I feel what you're saying.
you know what I mean? So I don't know. I really didn't know who to really believe or not believe, but I knew Ty wasn't not giving up with that talk. So you a
Yeah, no,
liar, you a
yeah, no.
liar.
Ty was
So
heated. Ty was like, he was over it, and he was. They were both doing a lot of low blows in that scene, like to the point where, like, I don't know if you noticed, but we had to bleep some stuff out because it got too. It was
yes,
too much, and we
real
were like,
talk.
all right,
Look,
we cannot put this on the show.
bleep. I got it right here. Bleep. We're gonna talk about it. We're gonna talk about it. I know everything. And you bleep the part where everyone was talking about, oh my God,
Right,
he
right,
said so and so, and I'm like, wait, what did he say? And it's like bleep, bleep, bleep.
right.
So was that bleep for the sneak peek, or is that bleeped in the show as well?
Unfortunately, it's bleeped in the show as well because of the what they were saying, I would feel horrible if I just played the regular audio because I'm just like, this could really ruin someone's life saying this kind of stuff, and like thousands of people are gonna watch it. So now all these thousands of people are gonna just go with whatever's being said on camera. So a lot of stuff was cut out, but then a lot of stuff was just bleeped out too because it was like,
And I'm just doing my job now.
uh
And I'm bad. Look, my show is about positivity. Like, if you
huh,
watch any of my shows, it's never a bashing show. And I try not to do that because there's enough ratchetness for our community out there. So I try to put, good lights, and you're doing an amazing job. So thank you. But
thank you.
I do need to do my show, and I do need to do what the fans want to know.
Uh
So, isn't it like, when I watch these TV shows and it's like, oh my God, I didn't want this to get out, or I did da. You're on reality TV, and I feel like this stuff is stuff that you should know would come out.
right.
You're on the spotlight and stuff. So, isn't it what reality is, regardless if it's the greatest of greats or the worst of worst of what's coming out somebody's mouth?
Yeah, no, I definitely agree. I think it wasn't, well, of course, after the scene, I spoke to both of them and I was just kind of like, hey, you guys said a lot of stuff that is like, could be, damaging to both of you guys' personal life and careers. You know what I'm saying? Like, this was something that it kind of hit an all-time low. Like, out of filming all of the scenes that I've ever filmed, I think that was one of the things where I was just like, that was one scene that literally I was speechless. I
Where
was
you
just like,
felt uncomfortable.
I felt really uncomfortable. I was just sitting
Right.
there
I
like,
understand. I
oh
understand. You have to
man,
go with your gut, and your values and your morals, which is because the
yeah,
next person would have just aired it
right, and
out and got the juice and stuff like that, because that would have probably been your biggest rated episode. Let's be honest.
well,
Let's get it
definitely,
real.
I think that if there is a reunion, I definitely think it will be okay. So one thing that we talked about was that a lot of people are gonna want to know what was said, and so we said that if the reunion happens, that in the reunion we'll air it out about what
You'll
happened.
air it out Okay, okay. I respect
So I
that.
think that's fair enough.
Yeah, that's very fair. That's very fair, and it gives them time to kind of do
Yeah,
damage control. And prep
exactly.
for what's to come, especially, with what's going on. Now, again, me just doing my job,
Hmm.
since it's bleaked out and they're so like, I don't want to say it, is this credible information that's being released? Or is it just hearsay? Because couldn't
Hmm.
they just go on their social media and just air the same laundry that they just aired on that they was going to air on the show?
True. Um, it's credible information because it was something that both of them were in a situation together and they had to handle that situation. Um, so it is true. Like both of them kind of addressed it on the show as it being true. Um, I just felt like it wasn't comfortable enough for me to put it out there. So I told both of them, I was like, hey, I'm gonna bleep it out. But at the reunion, everyone's gonna want to know what was said in that scene. So
Everyone already wants to know what they was saying.
so I'm
That's
like at
my
the
main.
reunion,
That's
I'm
my.
like at
I
the
wrote.
reunion,
I
we're gonna
said
air it out.
need to know bleep info is what I wrote right here. Like, I need to know
Let me
it.
see. What can I say that will like help the situation? It was like a lot of personal stuff. For
So let
example,
me ask. Okay, so you say yay or nay. Okay, so
oh Jesus.
was it about, because we heard stuff as Photoshop pic and stuff like that. So was it stuff referring to that?
um, Photoshop pictures. I mean, yeah, that was something that like, it was said in the show because it was like if it's photoshopped or not, then you're gonna have to deal with that. But definitely, that was a part of the conversation. It was I think three major things that was like discussed in that scene that was like just personal between them. For example, if someone said, I don't know, what's the situation that would be like? I guess if someone was like, "Oh, like you're homeless," like I remember you sleeping in front of my doorstep or something like that when you had no money
Okay,
or
okay,
something.
okay. So yeah, it's
That's not
something
in the
deep and
yeah. That's
personal.
right. That has nothing to do with the show or the
What
scene or
happened? But
whatever.
it's just on the
It's an example.
principles
Yeah,
of
it's
something
an
like,
example
yeah,
of like,
where you had
oh, I
my
went
back at one point, now you kind of throw it in my face.
right. So that's
Okay,
that's an
okay.
example
Well,
of like what
I,
happened.
I, I'm intrigued. So And then all of this is, and then mind you, all of this is not, this argument is not just between them two, because we still, mind you, we still got Fitz, Chance right there. You know, we got all this going on. So
Yeah.
I could imagine everybody's face. What was that moment like for you there filming it?
The whole time I was filming that scene, definitely my mouth was like dropping while I was holding the camera. I looked at my other cameraman and we both were just like, um, do I stop recording? I mean, I kept recording because like you said, it's reality. So, you know, we're
Right,
gonna show
right.
the real stuff. We're not gonna sit there and play these games. Like everyone signed up to do the show. You guys know what you're saying and what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? Like you guys are mic'd up. You see the cameras in front of you, so you know what's going on. It's just more about it's kind of like there's like a gate. It's kind of like, okay, from the gate back here, you can say whatever you want to say, but just don't cross that
Just don't
line.
cross that line.
Yeah,
Well, to be honest with you, I agree. And as far as the platform is concerned, I don't condone, exposing that type of negativity to the world, especially talking about somebody else or even about your own self. But in my personal life, I do, and I just had an interview with Akeem from G Status, and I told him I kind of understand when you kind of just react and go for those low blows because, like, when you're hurting somebody's feelings, you're not looking to sugarcoat that.
that's true. That's true. And
I'm
you're
not
not
trying to
think,
be like,
yeah, you're
okay,
not
what can
thinking,
I say
yeah,
that's not gonna hurt, they
that's
feelings,
true.
but
It's
so
like the
it's like
opposite. It's like I'm trying to say something to hurt your
I'm trying to
feelings.
say whatever. So
Yeah,
you're gonna kind of go to your family cabinet, like, bitch, what's the deepest shit that I can
right.
say that I know is gonna affect you? Because bitch, I need to hurt you. Hurt people, hurt people.
That's true. That's true. That's
You know
true.
what I'm saying? So, and oh, I'm really like intrigued. I'm like, I can't, like, I don't know, how to express how excited I am to watch this season because I really feel like it's going to be some good stuff.
It's gonna be
So
one for the
we had
books.
that. So we had the trailer plus the three sneak peeks. Now it comes out November 7th.
November 7th at 4 o'clock.
November 7th at 4 o'clock. Can we expect anything else before then? I mean, I
There
know
was
November
there
7th is
was
around the
another
corner,
sneak peek
but
that I had because originally the sneak peek that I'm exposing you sneak peek wasn't even going to be shown at all. It was going to be the rooftop where they kind of have like the little argument at the rooftop. I was going to show that. And then I was like, no, like if I'm going to put out another sneak peek, it got to hit hard. Like it got to be something that people are going to be like, yo, I got to see this. So then I think the day that I was releasing it, I just put out the I'm exposing you part. I might, because we're only what, like a week away?
yeah,
Oh God,
about a week
time.
and a half. Yeah.
Yeah, time flies by so fast. So yeah, we're only about like that far away. So I'm thinking maybe I should release one more like the week of, so people can like know, like okay, yeah, I remember it does come out. So I might release one more.
Okay, cool. So we'll be definitely looking forward to that. I'm excited for that. Let me ask you this: is this
Hmm.
all the mastermind of Karan's mind? Like, do you have a partner? Like, is like you just film, you direct, you produce, you create, you cast, you edit? Like,
Yeah.
is it all? You do it all?
I do it all. Definitely, I had some help this season with my friend D, my friend Deshawn. They definitely came through in the clutch with helping co-produce the project. So they came up with, they help with ideas sometimes. Like if I'm like, hey guys, like, what do you think we should go as far as like the storyline, or who do you think is interesting enough to film this week? They'll kind of like let me know, like I think this person, or like if there's something going on that I don't know about, they'll come to my attention. And so, but as far as editing, promotion, making like the banners and flyers and the whole thing, yeah, me. Like I sit down and I just write out what I want to do, and then I kind of put it into like a plan. And I
That's
also make sure
amazing.
that I make sure that I do it strategically because I want to make sure that everything comes out on time and it comes out the days that you guys want it. So we filmed the show in like June, July, and we just stopped filming it like a few weeks ago. And so right now I'm already pretty much almost done editing the season. So every Wednesday you're gonna get it right at
And
4 o'clock.
oh, that's dope because you get, and that's no shade to nobody else at all because
No,
you
no, no,
run
no.
your show how you run it. But
Hmm.
there's a lot of people that's recording week to week
Yeah,
and
or
stuff like
editing the
that,
same week that the episode
or
comes
and
out,
editing the same
which
week.
is something I used to do. Like when I first started, I just edited the same week that it came out, which was a huge like no. Like you're supposed to record it months before, have time to edit it, plan out when it's going to come out, and while the show's airing for those 2 3 months, already have your other show filmed, queued up. Like right now, I'm already working on
Yeah.
two new shows that's going to come out right after this.
Let me tell you something. You know, everyone sleeps on North Carolina.
What's so crazy?
Everyone
I
sleeps on
was
North
just out
Carolina,
there.
and I got maybe we should talk no, on some real stuff, and I'm not
Hmm.
just hopping, but I have I haven't told nobody. Well, I have been working on something, but I haven't told nobody to collab with or to start working with on. But I have a show in mind that I put together, and I have cast.
Okay.
I have the whole show, the whole thing, and it will be epic. And honestly, it's going to start off in North Carolina, but I want to franchise it to where I want to hit a lot of cities that don't that kind of get missed.
Got you.
I want to, North Carolina, everything's New York, so maybe Jersey or Connecticut or something like that, PA or something like that. Getting these states that because there's talent everywhere and there's
True.
excitement everywhere. You know what I mean? So what got you so excited when I said North Carolina?
Because I went out there like to vacation for like 4 or 5 days, and I absolutely loved North Carolina. Like it was a lot. It was a good time. When I went to the
Where did
clubs,
you
they showed
come?
me a lot of love. I went to I was in 3 different areas. I was in I think I went to Charlotte. I went to Raleigh. Is that what it's called? And I went to I forgot the third. I forgot the name of the third one. But I went
Well,
to those places,
you went to the
and
hot spots.
yeah, I went to the hospitals that everybody was talking about, like with the clubs and everything. They showed me a lot of love, and then also like I didn't know that I had a big fan base out there, and I had a
You
lot of
do.
connections out there, and so I was like, "Word, like maybe I should do it." So I was like, maybe next year, like during like the summer or something like that, I might stop out in North Carolina for like a month and film like a show or something.
You might right. You know my email.
Okay.
Okay. No, no, but okay. So overall, like I said, I'm so excited. I'm so excited about the cast. I'm really like, was it? I want to talk a little bit more about the cast before I let you go.
Okay.
Chrissy, was that a hard come a grab to get because he is,
Yeah.
really virally known, and
Right.
everyone knows who he is and a lot of stuff like that. So how was that about? How did that come about?
So when I posted about the casting, my friend hit me up and he was like, "Hey, you're doing it in New York," and I was like, "Yeah." He's like, "Yo, you should have Chrissy." And I was like, "Chrissy ain't gonna do this damn show." And he was like, "Nah, like I know Chrissy. I'm gonna talk to Chrissy about it." And I was like, "All right, talk to Chrissy. If Chrissy want to do it, like I'm not gonna say no." So he spoke to Chrissy and he was like, "Hey, Chrissy's interested. Let's get you guys on a 3-way call." So we went on a 3-way call. I spoke to Chrissy. He was very sweet and he was like, "Yeah, whenever you come out here, let me know." And so a few months passed by later. And I hit him up and I was like, "Hey," like we followed each other. I hit him up and I was like, "Hey, I'm still doing the show. Are you interested?" And he was like, "Yeah, let's do it." And so when I came out there, I met up with him. We started filming. We actually really bonded and connected. Like he's super sweet. We really enjoyed each other's company. Like,
That's dope. I kind of got really excited to see him because
yeah,
you don't get the viral sensations like that on these shows. You know what I'm saying? So
right.
it was a nice refreshment, and I really feel like it's gonna give like a real comedic, you know,
Yeah, relief. Yeah, because he's
yeah,
super
relief. You know what I'm
funny.
saying? Kind of
He's
like
super
that
funny.
sitcom feel almost, where
Right,
you kind of get
right.
those little laughing refreshments throughout the show and stuff like
Exactly.
that.
Like if it gets too
So
dark or too sad, it's like
yeah,
when
we
his
always
scene
have
comes
that to come
in.
back to, right? He's gonna live, be the quirky one and the
Ex-
funny one and stuff like that. You see, I pays attention.
that's true. No, you got a good eye for it. That's true. That's
I
true.
pays attention a little bit. So, but like I said, I'm excited about everything. I think the cast is a phenomenal, phenomenal cast.
Thank
I
you.
don't know everyone, but I do know a lot of them, and I'm excited to know who the rest of the people are. I'm excited for the show and to continue with this. So, I would love to continue this every time your episode airs.
I'm down. I'm down.
I would love to have different cast members, come on the show and get their take on it. Preferably, we can do it like, having them, if they were kind of spotlight, whoever was spotlight that episode
Of the
more or less
episode.
or
Yeah.
whatever, so they can kind of review and ask the questions and stuff like that. But I'm very, very excited. I'm not nobody, like that, but I'm very proud of you.
Thank you.
Continue to do what you got to do. Black excellence, gay
Thank you.
black excellence. You know what I'm
Right,
saying? We
thank
got to
you.
keep promoting that for real. You know,
And
because we have a
I
really
just want to say I'm very proud of you as well because I have watched your videos before we even did this interview, and I love how you are giving the directors and the people who are on the shows a platform to speak about it. And I like how positive you guys are. I love how you guys get into the juice too. You know what I'm saying? Because it's a business. Like you have to make sure you get your juicy parts, the fun parts. And so I keep doing your thing. Seriously.
thank you. I really appreciate that, and like I do it because I want to keep people like us thriving for other people that need to see people like us thriving. You know what I'm saying? So
Absolutely.
like I said, keep doing what you're doing. You're a beautiful person, and
Thank
I
you.
really want you to keep shining. And let me tell you something. If there's a the come up and see, I'm definitely hitting you up for that casting.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, if I'm casting for it, I'll definitely post it all over my social media.
Hell yeah, no. But thank you again for joining us. I had an amazing time with you. It was great to get to know you.
Thank
Actually,
you.
before you get off, I know you said you're working on anything else. Do you have anything else that you would like to promote? Anything else that you got coming out that you can talk about right now?
Yeah, Shadow season 2 is being filmed right now. I know a lot of people has been like threatening me since last year. Like, when is Shadow season 2 coming out? Shadow season 2 is being worked on. We start heavily filming the whole season beginning of next week. So we're gonna film like all the episodes, get those on. And I have another reality show that I'm working on right now that no one has ever done on YouTube before, so I'm super excited. That's gonna be in Atlanta. So yeah, those things are in the works right now.
Well, look, we'll keep a lookout. I'm excited for you. Keep on going, keep on shining, being that beacon of light for our community.
Thank you.
Thank you again, and let everyone know where they can find your show at so that everyone can watch November 7th.
So if you go on YouTube, type in Gemini Films. The films is with a Z, not a S, and you'll see my logo pop up. It's black and white, and it has like the camera lens with the Gemini film and the Gemini sign in the middle. So you can go on YouTube, and the whole season will be airing every week on there. You can follow me on Instagram at the real Karon, Snapchat, Mr. Gemini, Facebook, Karan Wilson. And yeah, I hope that you guys love it. Honestly, I think it's gonna be the best thing I've done to date. It's the best season.
Quick to go question.
hmm
No, in front of the camera for you.
there's a few moments where I'm like addressed on camera, or like you'll see me holding someone back, or like calming the situation down on the side. But not really me like sitting down doing a scene or anything like that.
No, is that not something you're into? Just production?
Well, yeah, I love production a lot. I think that if I do get in front of the camera, it'll be like for acting or like something like that. I don't know if I could do
Okay.
reality. I feel like I would like go crazy.
Yeah, right. They'll see another side of you, huh?
Right, and I don't want to show that kind of side.
Yeah, hello. But thank you again. It was all love. I really enjoyed you. You were amazing.
Thank you.
We are all going to be watching, and I look forward to chatting with you after we get off. I'll hit you up and we converse again to see who I'll have on the next episode and on
Okay.
the next show and stuff like that, and we can go on from there. But thank you guys. Thank you, viewers, for watching. I love you guys. Karan.
Thank
Thank
you.
you, and I will see you next time.
All right.
Guys, that was Ron. Wasn't he amazing? That was such a dope interview. I'm so appreciative to him for letting me be a part of an amazing show. Make sure y'all go watch it on YouTube. Gemini Films is the production name. The show is called The Come Up NYC Season 2. We're gonna have you got star cast, you got people such as Aubrey Banks on it. You got people such as Chrissy on it. Like, it's gonna be so lit. O'Neal from Bad Boys Club. Like, it's gonna be so lit. I need you guys to make sure y'all go and watch November 7th, and that's the Come Up NYC. And make sure y'all tune in right after to the after show. The Royal Couch presents the after show. So you already know. I love you guys. Shout out.